Good morning, everyone. I hope you're ready for Tangram Tuesday. So you need to be using this page of your packet where it says Math is Art. The directions say, cut out the tangrams below. Using all the pieces at one time, challenge yourself to make 6 animals. Write a story about your favorite animal. So tangrams are it's an ancient puzzle from China, and all the shapes, the puzzle pieces are made in a square. Now you have to cut out these puzzle pieces, and then we're going to rearrange them to make some different patterns. I actually went along and colored my puzzle pieces, and so when you cut them out, well, you don't have to color them, but when you cut them out, they should look like these. You should have 2 big triangles, a medium triangle, this parallelogram, 2 little triangles, and 1 square triangle. Now if you think you missed a piece, you should be able to count. Each puzzle piece has a number on it, and there should be 7 in all, so 1 through 7. So the math assignment for today is kind of an exploration. It says that you want to use all the pieces to make 6 different animals. So you can definitely try to do that on your own. Just kind of mess around with the pieces and try to make different animals. But what I have for you today is I found 6 animals that you can make with the pieces, and I will show you each one. I'll show you the overall puzzle, and then you can pause the video to try to do it yourself, and then I'll show you the answer key. The animal puzzles that I have for you today are rabbit, or bunny, dog, horse, swan, cat, and fish. You might be able to make these animals in a different way using the puzzle pieces, but these are just one way that you could make the animals. So the first one I have for you is the bunny. A normal tangram puzzle doesn't have these little additions on it, but I thought we could make it a little more fun and make it look like the animal. So here's the bunny. I want you to now pause the video, and I want you to try to look at this puzzle and figure out where each of your puzzle pieces go in order to make the bunny. I'm going to kind of help you through this one since it's our first example. So you won't have this piece of paper, this puzzle, to put the pieces on, but I'll show you kind of where some of them go. So you have the ear shape. I would start there because this one can really only be one of the pieces, and that's this number 3. Some of them you might have to flip around in order to make it so it's not on the 3 side. It's flip it over and it makes the ear. Then you can see now that the face is a square, so we can put the square in the face. The square is number 1. Let's see. You can tell that its little hands right here are one of the little triangles. So that was number 2. You can put number 2 there. Down at the bottom, that looks to me like another triangle. Let's see which one fits in there. Oh, that one is too big, so that's your other little triangle, number 6. Now we have left the 3 large triangles. So I think, let's see, it can't go that way, can't go that way, can't go that way. Oh, Well, one of the triangles can go up here. That was number 4. And one of the triangles can go right here. That's number 5. And then your last, the medium-sized triangle, can go down here. That one is number 7. So that makes the bunny. What you'll have to do is just put those puzzle pieces on a flat surface like a desk or your kitchen table and try to make the bunny picture. So here is what our answer key looks like. You can see it's in the bunny shape, and I put the number of each puzzle piece where they go. And now that I drew all the lines in there, you can see exactly how the pieces make up the bunny. So if you weren't able to get this answer before, you can pause the video now and look at the number puzzle pieces and try to put it together as the answer key shows. So I'm going to move on to the next one. Remember, we have 6 animals that we have to do. So that was our first one. That was a bunny. Our second one is a dog. So here is the puzzle for the dog. It's not a perfect dog. None of the animals look perfect because we're trying to use the puzzle pieces to make the animals. So again, pause the video here so you can figure out on your own where each puzzle piece goes in order to make the dog. Alright, hopefully you were able to figure out this one. I'm going to show you the answer key. So here's the dog. Again, you can pause the video here, figure out where each puzzle piece goes. If you weren't able to do the solution before, just look at the numbers drawn on each puzzle piece and try to create the dog. Number 3. Number 3 is the horse. So try to come up with this one on your own. If you can't, I'll show you the answer key in just a second. Here's the horse. Use answers, figure out where each piece goes in order to make the horse. Next one is a swan. A swan or a goose. You know, I think it was a goose, but I named it a swan. I don't know. I drew it kind of like a goose. This one might be harder than the others because it doesn't have any tail or ears or anything that make it obvious where any of the puzzle pieces go. So here's the swan. I know that marker is a little lighter, so hopefully you can still see where those numbers are. Number 5 is a cat. And here is the answer key for the cat. And lastly, we have a fish. Now here's the fish. The fish looks very, very tricky. This is a challenge. For the last animal, you do the hardest one, the fish. So if you get this one by yourself, you are a math superstar. So here's the fish, and the fish answer looks like this. And again, this marker is a little lighter, so hopefully you can see those numbers. So we finished all 6 of our animals. We had the rabbit, the dog, the horse, swan, cat, and fish. And your directions say, write a story about your favorite animal. So now it's time to choose one of those animals and write a story about it. For example, you could choose the rabbit and say the rabbit went around giving Easter presents to all the kids. Or maybe you have a dog who saves the world, or a fish who gets chased by a shark and ends up beating the shark. So be creative, and your story doesn't have to be super long, but write a story about your favorite one. Also, feel free, you can look on, just if you Google tangrams, you can find thousands of different designs for the tangrams that you can do. If you're interested in doing more of the puzzles, look it up because there's a lot of different designs out there. And lastly, if you want to keep being creative and make your own tangram designs, that would be awesome. There's not just 6 animals in the world. If you want to figure out a design for another animal, you can do that. So play around with it, and I hope you have fun. If you're interested in learning more, look it up on Google because there's lots and lots of puzzles out there.